Hey folks, how y'all doing? This is Ceedub. Originally this week I had planned on doing a follow-up video to the one that I put out last week, turning a file handle on a lathe. Well, things didn't go the way I had planned this week. We had a washing machine die on us, and I had to take everything out of one part of the garage, or as I call it, my shop, and push it all the way over into the area that I do my woodworking at so that we could get the old washing machine out. And we had a used one given to us, and we used that until we were able to buy a new machine earlier this week, and it was delivered yesterday. So hopefully over the weekend, if I get the fence rebuilt that I need to get done, I will be able to get part number 2 on making a file handle on the lathe taken care of and put up for you to see. So I thought for today, the video, I was just going to tell you a little bit about myself, tell you who is Ceedub. Well, my real name is Christopher, and my middle name starts with a W, and my last name starts with a D. And I had a really good friend that passed away a few years ago. His name was Don, and his middle initial was W, and his last name started with a D. And he went by DW. But when he was in a foul mood or feeling something coming on, he was D-Dub or DW. And he always called me C-Dub or CW. And it just, I guess, depended on the mood that he was in. And that's how I picked up the nickname C-Dub. Because it's C and then WD, so he would just pronounce it C-Dub. Currently, I'm 54 years old. I am married. I have four children. The youngest is 12 now, and the oldest is 22, and I've mentioned him before. He's Kilted Lope, and he's going to Grand Canyon University in Arizona. He wants to be a school teacher. My oldest daughter is a junior in high school. My youngest daughter is in 8th grade, and my youngest son is in 7th grade. And they're 16, 14, and 12. And my wife, she works for Lemoore Christian Aid, and she works part-time there, and then she also works part-time as a school crossing guard. Now, I really don't put my family on video because there's too many people out there that just like to make negative comments about people that they don't even know. You know, they might not like the way their hair is done, or how much they weigh, or how much they don't weigh, and I just don't want my family subject to that. So my family's not up on YouTube. Now, my oldest boy, Kilted Lope, he's 22, almost 23. So that's on him if he wants to make videos, which he does. Like I said, I'm 54. I'm a father of 4. I've been married for 31 years, almost 32 years now. And I'm a woodworker, a hobbyist. My likes are I like to fish. That's number one sport that I like to follow. Follow that up by hunting and shooting. I spend a lot of time at church. I'm active in my church, not as active as I used to be, but I'm active in my church. I do what I can to help. Like this morning, I went down and I went to the store and I picked up 41 cases of Top Ramen noodles for Lemoore Christian Aid to give out to the people that come to get food. I help them when I can. I'm disabled. I got hurt on a job several years ago. I was working as a correctional officer, and we had a group of inmates that couldn't play nice, and they decided to have a riot, and I got my shoulder injured in that. And I had surgery and everything, and they deemed that my shoulder was tore up too much to continue my career, so I was retired on a disability. I do work part-time when work is available, but because of my disabilities, it's kind of hard to find a job. There's not much of a market in the job field for a 54-year-old disabled man. So I make a little bit of money here or there when I can, making wood projects, working. Like right now, I work part-time for a company that sells high school class rings and graduation supplies. And I've worked as a security guard here or there, and that's about how I make a living for my family is through my woodworking and working part-time jobs when I can get them. Like I said, I like to fish. I like to do woodwork. I love animals. Currently, I have 2 dogs, a cat, and 3 rabbits. And I have a rabbit that hopefully next month will be having a litter. And at one time, I had like 37 rabbits. I've raised livestock in the past for the FFA and 4-H, sheep and pigs and cattle. I do have my personal political views. I do my best to keep them personal, especially on YouTube. If you are on my personal Facebook page, then you'll see that I'm not quite as quiet as I should be. But hopefully, now that everything is over and done with for a while, I've been trying to get away from political posts, and I'm just trying to put things up there that have spiritual meanings for people or myself, and things about my family. So basically, that's it for me. I'm not a whole lot to know about me, and I really don't want to bore you to death with a lot of videos or a lot of long videos about me. I'm sure you have better things to do than to sit and listen to an old fat guy talk. So hopefully next week I'll have part 2 to turning a file handle on the lathe. And I have a feeling that's going to be a 3 or 4 part series because of the different steps. And I'm trying to keep my videos under 5 minutes because I know right now not a lot of people watch much more than 3 or 4 minutes. So that's why it's going to be a 3 or 4 part series. Until next time, this is Ceedub, wishing you all the best. Hope you have good health, and we'll talk to you later. God bless.